Harry didn't hear the noise at first. The fallout didn't come with explosions or shouting. It arrived quietly, like silence that was too loud to ignore. Phones stopped ringing. Emails stopped coming. Calls that were once full of excitement became short and awkward. Something had shifted, and he knew it. The charity event that Meghan had been so excited about wasn't just another public appearance. It was supposed to be a turning point, something positive to show the world, but instead, it turned into a nightmare. Harry had practiced his speech, prepared thoughtful words about youth programs and purpose. He was ready to talk from the heart. But then, everything changed. Right after the visit, something felt off. Staffers started acting differently. Whispers began. A nonprofit in Los Angeles, one that had been proud to host them, quietly removed their pictures from their website. Then they deleted captions. Then the entire event disappeared like it had never happened. Harry found out later it wasn't about cameras being there. It was the way the cameras were used. Stories started leaking. People said Meghan's team handed out scripts, told the children where to stand, controlled every little moment for the perfect photo. Staff had to sign NDAs, and some volunteers said they felt like they were part of a TV set, not a real charity mission. Meghan arrived in her usual polished style. Her timing, her words, her smile, all perfect. Too perfect. One person noticed an assistant holding cue cards just out of frame. Another said a volunteer went in for a hug but stopped halfway. It felt staged. Harry heard all of this in pieces. At first, he thought it was exaggerated. Meghan always faced criticism. But this time, it was different. People weren't just annoyed. They were angry. The nonprofit released a vague public statement, but insiders knew what it meant. They were done working with Harry and Meghan. Quietly, other brands started backing away too. A luxury company paused a deal. A podcast idea that seemed exciting just days earlier, gone cold. Harry didn't know what to say. He'd left the royal family to do something real, something honest. Now the word performative was being thrown around. Everywhere. It hurt. He thought they were doing good work. But now he wasn't sure if the work was genuine or if it had become part of some bigger image plan. The worst part? Meghan didn't seem surprised. Her team kicked into crisis mode fast. They stayed up late, crafting perfect statements. "We value our partners. We are proud of our community work." The usual lines, but none of it felt like an apology. None of it felt real. Instead of pulling back, Meghan pushed forward. She posted new photos, shared lifestyle content, had influencer lunches. Harry watched it all with growing discomfort. He knew the backlash wasn't going away. TikToks went viral. People stitched together past moments that now looked bad in a new light. The time Meghan gave bananas with messages to workers, the expensive baby shower, the charity trips that now seemed more about photos than people. It wasn't just internet noise. Big companies began walking away, podcast platforms, sponsors, fashion brands, all slowly cutting ties. One education charity in the UK even canceled Meghan as a keynote speaker. "It just doesn't feel authentic anymore," they said. That one hit Harry the hardest. Inside the house, everything was tense. Harry asked Meghan why he hadn't been included in the planning for the event. The camera angles, the NDAs, the tight scripts. Meghan said it was jealousy, that people didn't want to see a strong woman succeed, that it was all bias. Maybe that was true. But even Harry couldn't deny how things looked, and optics matter. He started to wonder if Meghan saw charity work as a stage. If the camera had been the real boss all along, he wasn't angry at her, at least not fully. He was frustrated with the whole machine around them. But that machine, he now realized, was partly built by Meghan herself. Emails started flooding in, not asking for photos or statements, but for space. Space to delay, space to pull back, space, which Harry now understood, was just another word for doubt. People didn't believe in them anymore. Harry tried to fix it the only way he knew. He went back to basics. Quiet charity visits, no cameras, no pre-written speeches. He hugged people, he listened, he cried. And this time, when photos leaked, the internet praised him. Not them, not the couple, him. Suddenly, the world saw Meghan as cold and fake, Harry as real and emotional. It wasn't fair, he thought. But the internet doesn't play fair. It writes its own stories. Meghan's response was to take even more control. She reviewed every post, every message, every caption. Her advisors told her to stop, to let professionals handle the crisis, to maybe even show vulnerability. But she refused. "That's what they want," she said. "I'm not giving them that." The silence between them started to grow. Harry didn't know how to bring it up. He wanted to talk about how things were falling apart, how even allies were disappearing, how the version of their lives they were putting out no longer matched the reality inside their home. But he stayed quiet. Meghan scrolled her phone late at night, seeing her name trend with harsh words like fraud, cold, and fake. She put the phone down, but the damage followed her. Into meetings, into bed, into sleep. One night, she whispered to Harry, "Do you think they're right?" He didn't answer. That moment hung in the air like a weight neither of them could lift. Soon after, even Meghan's biggest deals started crumbling. A streaming service paused work on a documentary. One fashion brand ended their partnership, saying they didn't feel aligned anymore. Meghan's name was becoming a liability. Harry started noticing little things. Meghan smiling through interviews, but looking tired in private. Her needing to control every angle, every piece of coverage. Her fear of looking vulnerable. He missed the days when their relationship wasn't built on media strategy. He began to wonder if they had lost the point. If their brand had become more important than their message. If love had been replaced by business. At dinner, he'd look across the table and search her face. Was she scared? Did she realize what was happening? Did she care that the world was turning against them? But every time he tried to bring it up, he stopped, afraid of where the conversation would go, afraid it would all fall apart. Old royal contacts started reaching out to him again, some offering help, some just watching, quietly pleased. He knew they weren't wrong when they warned him years ago. That realization burned. Meghan, meanwhile, dug deeper into damage control. But her control wasn't stopping the damage. It was making it worse. The final blow came when Harry found an entire online forum dissecting his face at an event. They said he looked sad, distant, defeated. Some even predicted a divorce. He laughed bitterly at first. Then he stopped laughing. He looked in the mirror and realized he didn't recognize the man staring back. Their love, once built on rebellion and hope, now felt like a performance. Meghan's tight grip on their brand, her fear of being seen as weak, her refusal to admit mistakes, it was breaking them. He didn't say the word out loud, but it lingered in his mind. Divorce. In the end, what was once a fairy tale love story now feels like a brand collapsing in real time. Harry, once full of hope and purpose, is now drowning in silence and doubt. Meghan's obsession with control, image, and strategy may have built their empire, but it's also what's tearing it down. The charity event didn't just expose cracks in their public image, it revealed a deeper truth behind closed doors. And as the world watches, one question remains. Can their relationship survive the weight of so much performance, or is this the beginning of the end? If you found this video eye-opening, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another deep dive. What do you think? Is Harry ready to walk away? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it.